What's good, YouTube? I am your host, Nice, and welcome back to the Fight Room. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you do for some latest in the boxing news so I can give you some feedback, maybe some entertainment. I want to bring up Ryan Garcia that's fighting Luke Campbell and Devin Haney that's fighting Yorkis Gamboa next week. Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia on December 5th. Now, we all know who the elite fighter at the 135-pound division is. We all know Teofimo Lopez that demolished and sabotaged and made Lomachenko look like an average fighter. Teofimo Lopez, the king of the 135 division, is ahead of these two guys that I'm talking about, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. Now, we know Ryan Garcia is what? An entertainer. Lately, he's like the social media king, what have you. And he's fighting Luke Campbell, superior type fighter compared to Ryan Garcia. And listen, Ryan Garcia seems, fast in his training. Looks like he has a lot of potential and pretty strong. Now that he's with Chepo Reynoso and with, of course, Canelo's team. And Luke Campbell is a superior fighter compared to those that Ryan Garcia has fought in his career, pretty much. His whole career. So, it's a good test for Ryan Garcia. And we're going to see how he's going to do with Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell, his last fight, of course, was with Lomachenko. And, he did pretty well in that fight. But Lomachenko got the best of him and, won that fight. So Luke Campbell is coming off a loss and he's going to fight Ryan Garcia. Now, Ryan Garcia, pretty explosive as well. Devin Haney, to me, is the more explosive, faster, and hungrier fighter. And, they've been going back and forth for a while as well. And, that's a fight of the future that everyone wants to see. But these two guys, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, are far behind Teofimo Lopez, the new king of the 135-pound division. And we seen what happened with Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Davis at the 130-pound division. Gervonta becoming an elite star for sure. He's a good fighter, all-around fighter, Gervonta Davis. But didn't really prove anything until last week with Leo Santa Cruz. And we know that Teofimo has proven to be king at 135, defeating Lomachenko. So, these other two guys, man, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, are behind, and they can't be left behind, and they need to prove themselves as elite fighters. Now, Ryan Garcia has fought some good fights, in his last 2 or 3 fights, he knocked out his opponents in the first round, and it doesn't show much, man. He hasn't had enough room to show his skills and pedigree compared to Devin Haney. Devin Haney has had more fights where he can show his skill and display his offense and whatnot, his explosiveness and power. So, it's looking very competitive, of course, in the 135-pound division. And Ryan Garcia, I want to talk Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. A good fight for Ryan Garcia to showcase his skills this time around, because to me, it's not going to be a one round, one punch knockout of Luke Campbell. I doubt that. Luke Campbell has a ton of experience as an Olympic fighter as well. So it's a good competition for the young Ryan Garcia. So we're going to see how he does on December 5th with Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell is a good fighter for Ryan to show and display his skills. Hopefully, we can see what happens in that fight and Ryan does display something, because we need to see that. I want to see more of Ryan Garcia's skills now that he's been with Chepo Reynoso or whatnot. We all know that he packs some good power. He's been knocking out these guys. But to me, man, he doesn't pack the power that Gervonta Davis or Teofimo Lopez has. We could disagree on that, but to me, he doesn't, And not only that, his skills aren't as elite as Gervonta's or Teofimo Lopez. Now, Devin Haney, on the other hand, like I said, he's very explosive, packs speed, and has a lot of power. But he, lacked competition, man. He definitely didn't have great competition, no namers. And now, next week, he's going to have his first official name in Yorkes Gamboa. Now, Yorkes Gamboa, a lot of experience, two-time Olympian, excuse me. I'm thinking about Rigo, excuse me. Gamboa was an Olympian, but, his career fell short, man. Problems outside the ring and whatnot, but he was a good fighter. Still a good fighter, he got stopped by Gervonta Davis in his last bout. But let's see what is going to happen. Let's see what he has in store for Devin Haney. And, he's going to, to me, he's going to give some type of problems to Devin Haney. Now, if Devin Haney can show and display his skills with Gamboa, and take him out, and not for nothing, to me, he's going to have to take him out faster than what Gervonta Davis did to show his elite status in the 35-pound division. So hopefully we can see what takes place in that fight, man. I want to see Devin Haney fight these elite stars. He said that he's an elite star. He has the WBC title in the lightweight division, but hasn't proven anything with any star athlete. Now, not for nothing, the guy is impeccable at training. He trains his butt off. You cannot take that away from him. But on the other hand, we want to see him showcase that in the ring with elite stars, elite fighters, man. And hopefully that this is the opening door for him to be calling out these elite stars, and hopefully these other stars can start fighting them. And not for nothing, I know that Ryan Garcia, to me, I'm going to be honest, Ryan Garcia seems a little scared of Devin Haney. They fought a few times in the amateurs, and Devin Haney got the best of him. So with that being said, overall, good things that are happening in boxing. They're fighting December 5th, Ryan Garcia fights. And next week, Haney fights Gamboa. So hopefully they can make something happen. If Devin Haney wins and Ryan Garcia wins, they can do some type of tournament, man. That would be nice, in that division. But I doubt any of these guys want to do some type of tournament. So it is what it is. Gervonta Davis also has been called out recently by Teofimo Lopez, like a day or so ago. And, I'll be honest, man, Teofimo, to me, he ain't scared to fight anyone. Especially now that he beat, the number one guy, pound for pound, supposedly in the world, Lomachenko. Ability to understand and know that he's an elite star and nobody can wreck with him, in other words. So, overall, man, I hope to see more fights happen with these elite stars, especially in the 135-pound division. There's a lot of monsters there. And let's make these things happen. We know that this guy's with the zone, Haney with the zone. And, we got Teofimo with ESPN, Gervonta with PBC, with the Mayweather team and whatnot. It is going to be tough to make these fights happen, but it's not impossible. Especially if we, the people, demand these fights. Let's start speaking up. We have to speak up. We have to speak up if we want to see these fights happen. So let me know what you guys think, man, overall, man, honestly. Devin Haney is better or Ryan Garcia? Out of these two fighters, who is a better fighter so far right now in your eyes? You already know it is your boy Nice. Like, comment, subscribe. Till then, most of all, don't forget, share the fight room.